Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto's News with your host Crypto. I'm very happy to be here in these exciting cryptocurrency times reporting with what's going on. So without further ado, I know it's a late video. I want to talk about a few things going on. I know they're on your heads as to why the prices are moving as much as they are. I mean, as far as news, there is news, but the big reporting that is really, I'm sure a lot of you are interested in, has to do with the price. So that's something I focus on. I know some of you are investors, but there are a lot of different places you could put your energy and attention towards in the cryptocurrency space, whether you're an investor and somebody buying into a token because you want to get money, or you're a developer, or you're into the tech, or you're into the politics of it all, or you're a miner. So yeah, I think money is something that's obviously interesting to everybody because that's part of what you hope to gain. So that's primarily what I'll be reporting on today. But yeah, I usually like to give you the latest news and sentiments, and that's a part of it, of course. So remember to subscribe, hit like, and comment if you appreciate the comments. I mean, the commentary, rather. Anyway, so the thing I mainly want to talk about is Enterprise Ethereum was officially announced today. So we saw that Ethereum had been pumping up in price beforehand. At first, it was because we have this ETF, or exchange traded fund, that has to be approved or disapproved come March 11th for Bitcoin. And so really what that means is that by that date, two people have to decide whether it will be an ETF, the Winklevoss Coin, COIN ETF, that allowed Main Street investors to easily buy into Bitcoin. So it's been delayed for years upon years, and this is the date. If they don't make a decision by that date, it gets approved. But mind you, they can actually approve it before that date. So I know somebody said that the dates most people are looking at are the 6th and the 9th as dates that it could get approved. If it does get approved by that date, you can expect the price to jump up. So people are expecting the Bitcoin price to jump up to 3,000. Of course, if it doesn't, that could mean a dip in price, as we see that there's quite a bit of selling pressure. So if it doesn't get approved by the 10th, I think you really have to think about whether the price is going to fall the next day and what your risk is. Don't risk money that you're willing to lose. But anyway, if it does get approved, you could see some good money coming in. But money is coming in already into all sorts of cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum. So we saw quite the pump for Enterprise Ethereum, or the final announcement that a bunch of companies like JP Morgan and Banco Santander and Microsoft and all these people that were working with things like R3 and other ways to create technologies for themselves to help on the back end financially to save what could be billions of dollars in tech using blockchain, is they're all coming together to create a network for Ethereum that could start off privately but ultimately could connect to the public blockchain to connect all these companies to individuals for different financial reasons as well as applications. So this is huge for mainstream adoption. It could really bring the price up, and interest into Ethereum is continuing to grow. So we're seeing articles come out like on Investopedia.com, on the New York Times, talking about this consortium. So I think that a lot of people hadn't even heard of Ethereum. Maybe they've heard of Bitcoin, but now they're becoming interested because there are people who read about their companies daily. I know when I was investing in stocks, when I had Microsoft stock, all I did every morning was look up Microsoft news, and then I would look at the next stock that I had, and I would just look at the news to know where things are going. So the fact that these huge companies that have huge market caps are now investing in Ethereum is driving, hey, what exactly is Ethereum? What is this technology? And what could be a lot of new money coming in. So we all know that it takes some time for people to set up their accounts on Coinbase.com, to get the wires into whatever exchange, figure out the whole process, set up their wallet, see what's secure. So I think this week could really bring a lot of money into cryptocurrency besides what's already come in. I think the early money, the people who are already adopters are in already, but I think you're going to begin to see a surge of new money begin to come in as well. So that's pretty exciting. And we're still on track with what I've said before, where it looks like we have a good day and then like a so-so day and then a good day and then a so-so day. So today was the so-so day, whereas yesterday was the good day before the news of Enterprise Ethereum. I think that it's possible tomorrow could bring a lot of money into cryptocurrency. So it's not just Bitcoin that's winning. You're having Ethereum Dash up huge amounts. It's up 100% from when I first started talking about it, when it was around $14. It's past that already. I'm not saying you should buy in now, but then again, I'm not saying you shouldn't, because with all this money coming in, a lot of that money likes to diversify into other areas. So it could go into Dash, which could possibly be, and they're aiming to be, a real currency. Bitcoin hasn't decided what they want to be. They look a little bit confused, according to an article I saw by Amanda Johnson. And she says Dash is sure of what they want to be. They want to be the currency. They want to overtake Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is their opposition. They have no problem in saying that, even though other coins might. So when you have a direction and a focus, I think that definitely drives you. So Dash could continue to innovate, and they're secure, and they have an instant send function on their wallet, and they're focused on the end user base. No, I'm not paid by Dash. No, I'm not paid to do any of these videos by anyone besides you guys for watching, yeah, whatever YouTube pays me. So I'm just happy to be here sharing my thoughts. Of course, don't take them as investment advice, but just do your own due diligence. I just hope to help you share awareness about that. But I do think that the ETF has quite the chance of being approved. We had people like like Hoskinson, who is one of the main Ethereum Classic guys, and Charles Hoskinson has said that he sees that the ETF approval will get passed. He wrote on Twitter, and that's pretty much all he wrote. A lot of people are continuing to think it get approved, and I say, why not? We had Mick Mulvaney, who has just been put in place as the budget director for Trump's office, cabinet office, who's pro-blockchain and that kind of technology. We have people like Kara Stein, one of the two, deciding on whether it passes or not, who has said positive things about how blockchain could really be something for the future. I think the United States has always been an innovator and trying to be at the forefront of technology of the future. So why would we lag behind countries when we have the chance to really help our own citizens grow, and then ultimately the whole world by bringing adoption to Bitcoin, and then ultimately cryptocurrency in general. The attention eventually goes to other projects within it. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, Joseph Muscat, the Prime Minister of Malta, he said himself that you can slow down blockchain, but you cannot stop it. All you can do is ride the wave ultimately. So yeah, I do think it can get approved. There will be a chance for the two people deciding on it to go down in the history books as the people who really kind of were some of the main proponents in helping not just the United States, but ultimately the whole world look at it as something that's real, that it has never been hacked. Exchanges have been hacked. It has never been hacked. It's been secure. It's been around for years. It celebrated a 9-year anniversary since Satoshi Nakamoto released it, and it's going to give it credibility. So I see that passing. I also wanted to mention that Coinbase was down today because Amazon Web Services, where they host their website, was down for a while. So people were upset because GDAX.com, that tends to have a higher price for things like Ethereum, it's been like 50 cents higher at some points. I'm looking at it right now, and it's $16.04 for Ether on GDAX, and on Poloniex it might be less than that, and on when I look on CoinCap.io, it's sitting around $15.56. So you're seeing that there's quite an opportunity for arbitrage or price difference by selling your Ether right on GDAX.com. But GDAX was down because Amazon Web Services was down, and they wanted to be sure that finally when Amazon Web Services did come back up fully, that they didn't have any issues. So there was kind of a delay there. But people were expecting the price to dip back down. All the orders were basically canceled and had to be started over. And the price has still been pretty stable. If anything, it's gone up a little bit. And I think that's solid because it shows that the price is consolidating and building buying pressure. And if you look at the market depth or the amount of buys behind, people trying to buy behind different prices, it's building. So people are very interested in buying it. And you're seeing the same thing for Dash. The sell orders, people selling at orders at higher the price goes that are on the exchanges is a lot lower than people buying at the lower prices, the amount. So it looks very, very bullish. All of this looks very, very bullish. The only one that doesn't look as much bullish is Bitcoin. But even that is growing slightly, but it's growing. It's just a higher market cap. But Dash is $260,000 market cap. Bitcoin is $20 billion market cap right now. That's a huge difference, and there's room for growth for everything underneath that as well. Yesterday I made a video and I talked about Zcash Classic and why it might be a good investment. I didn't do that because Bittrex was paying me, and I didn't. People were saying that I was able to change the price based on making my video, and that's why the price shot up. I'm gonna have to say I think that's BS.
You wish.
I wish, but and it would not be my intention to manipulate things that way. But the price was already moving up. I literally rushed to make the video to let you guys know about it. The price was literally already 50 cents, and it had been like 35 cents before I made the video, and it just kept going up there. I just rode the wave. Like I try to do with you guys is to watch the trend. I'm not trying to create trends. The trends are there already. So I'm just trying to make you guys aware of it. And it's obvious to me when the market cap is that low and you see diversification into coins that could be pretty good, that there's going to be a lot of good energy coming into it. So I also wanted to back up and go ahead to the Zcash Classic and download the wallet and see what it looked like, because when I first started using Zcash to mine, the original Zcash, you had to use everything on Linux running commands, and then you had to do everything on commands on Windows on command prompts. But now they have a graphical interface that makes it easy for you to send tokens privately and publicly. It's not super easy. I would hope to see a lot more development to make it easier, but this is a way for you to truly mask the amount of cryptocurrency you have. So you have Zcash Classic that's a little more decentralized than Zcash and has their own set of developers, and decentralized options like we're seeing with Ethereum Classic are things that people are interested in, especially when they're diversifying, even just investors into coins that have a low market cap, expecting a huge increase. So I think that has a lot more room to grow ultimately, and that's why I talked about it. I also want to mention that Hawaii put in a regulation today, which is terrible, saying that if you are trying to run on exchange, you have to basically back up every single unit of Bitcoin with an equivalent amount of dollars, which is ridiculous. So Coinbase is no longer accepting new registration from citizens of Hawaii, and they're going to have the citizens of Hawaii who have Coinbase accounts basically liquidate and withdraw all their tokens within the next 30 days. So that's horrible to see as blockchain adoption increases and we see regulations like that. Hopefully we don't see that elsewhere, but I think that was not a very good move on Hawaii's part, and it shows the battle that companies like Coinbase have to go through, especially when they have legal battles trying to protect your invasion of privacy when the IRS is looking at getting all your information if you have an account. Then you have things like this, like Hawaii. It's costing them a lot of money, so a lot of props and out to them for creating GDAX and Coinbase and working through these issues. I just wanted to share that. What else did I have? I had one more, I think, thing. I wrote it down. So yeah, I think this is a day of consolidation. I think that there's going to be a lot of new money coming in, first into Bitcoin because they're interested in getting money out of the ETF, but it's really just a gateway drug, Bitcoin, into the other things like altcoins that really are quite exciting. So you're going to see people trying to catch the waves of the big surges in those cryptocurrency prices, as they don't want to miss what happened with Bitcoin possibly. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share. I am quite bullish for this week. I'm not entirely sure that the Bitcoin ETF will pass. It could pass. I think it would be great if it passed, and I think if you are the politicians in charge of passing it, this is an opportunity for you to change not only yourself and put yourself in the history books, but just the world. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Just a quick little video, and I'm packing right now because I'm heading out to LA. If you contacted me with your information about hitting you up in LA, there was a few people that have been on the channel for a while. Thank you. I'm gonna hit you up, and maybe we can do a meetup when I get out there. It would be awesome to chill with you guys, have a beer, and talk cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this week. It's exciting. This is better than the Super Bowl to me. Ellsworth's doing homework. New laptop. How exciting. Anyway, take care, guys. Crypto out.